Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the NBA games on Saturday. I got two plays for you guys again in this video. Yesterday on NBA Friday, we swept the free pick video. We went 2-0 right here. Yes, it was only two plays, but I don't care if we go 1-0. A sweep is a sweep. We cashed a two-man in the last video on Friday right here. Super good play right there. Hopefully we can cash again in this video and make a ton of money this weekend betting on the NBA. First, before we hop into the video, make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. It's completely free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It just helps me out, so just make sure to click that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. I post these free pick videos for you guys every single day, giving you my favorite free player props for the NBA. And again, like I said, we cashed yesterday and Friday. Hopefully we can do it again on Saturday here. Last second, before we get into those two picks for you guys, I do want to let you guys know we are all going to make a ton of money this weekend in the NBA. I'm stoked. I'm hyped. I can't wait to do that. First, before we start doing that, though, you guys need to make sure to take advantage of what these apps are doing, because if you're not aware of what all these sports betting apps are doing, they're basically at a war with each other to get as many users on their app as possible. That's why there's a new app coming out pretty much every day at this point. But I'm telling you guys, take advantage of these apps, because when you sign up on these apps for the first time, they throw these stupidest promos at you guys. So right now, I'll leave links down below in the description and comments of this video for you guys. If you live in any one of these white or gray states right here, including even some of Canada, that means you could get the Sleeper app or the Chalkboard app. That means you could get both apps if you want, but I highly recommend to get at least one, because let's say you download the Sleeper app right now. Right when you download the app, it's going to ask you if you have a promo code. Type in code GHOST right here, all caps. As long as you have code GHOST in before you deposit, guys, make sure to do that. You can't go back and fix it afterwards if you mess it up, and so many people do. Make sure to have code GHOST in before you deposit. As long as you do, they're going to give you $55 for free and a free Wemby play here for the game on Saturday. Chalkboard is going to give you $100 for free and a free SGA square for the game on Saturday. So literally just by downloading these apps using code GHOST, you're going to get up to $155 for completely free. That's basically guaranteed money, $155 for free to bet with, and 2 free squares just for these games on Saturday. If you guys have all of those promos, it would literally be hard to lose money on Saturday. You'd almost have to try to lose money on Saturday if you start off with $155 and 2 free squares. So again, I'll leave links down below in the description and comments of this video. But guys, that is the best advice I could possibly give you. You're literally starting out with free money and free squares. Just make sure to use code GHOST. Otherwise, you do not get those promos. But as long as you have code GHOST in on those apps before you deposit, you get all those promos, and you're going to make a lot more money this weekend. But let's hop into the video. So like I said, I got 2 plays for you guys. I really wanted to try to find at least 3 plays, but just looking at the games, first glance at the games, I just don't like a lot of plays. So we're going to stick with 2 so we could actually go back to back here on this Saturday. The first play we're going to be looking at is going to be earlier in the day, or actually no, let's go later in the day. So let's start with Anthony Edwards. So he is playing Washington. Now, a lot of you guys already know how I feel about Washington and really what they've been doing this season, especially defending point guards. They are absolutely horrible at defending opposing guards. They are the worst in the entire league. They give up the most points per game to opposing point guards. So going into this game, that makes it very simple and easy, wanting to take his over 29.5 points, right? However, we're not going to do that. The reason we're not going to do that is because even though he's playing Washington, they give up the most points to point guards. 29.5 is a lot of points in a game where they might just blow Washington out and not even have to play in the entire fourth quarter. Washington has been getting blown out almost every single game. They are really, really bad this year. So I'm expecting him to really only play 3 quarters in this game, possibly the fourth quarter. But I do think there's decent odds he doesn't even play in the fourth quarter. So taking over 29.5 just feels a little risky. Now, he might drop 50 points in the first 3 quarters. That wouldn't even surprise me with how bad Washington is. But what we're going to do instead that's a little bit safer, we're going to take him over 3.5 threes made in this game. Now, Washington, not only are they giving up the most points to point guards this season, the way they are doing it is they've given up the 3rd most made threes per game to the opposing point guard. So yes, they're giving up the most points to point guards, but the way they are doing it specifically comes from the 3-point line. So they are really, really bad at defending the 3-point line against opposing guards. Now, he's only gone over this line 1 out of his last 5 games here, when he just went over against the Jazz right here and had 6. Before that, Yes, he's going under, but he's not going under by a lot. It's not like he's only having, one or zero threes in a game. He's very consistently getting at least 2 threes a game, and he's still taking a lot of attempts. A lot of these games, he just shot very poorly from three. But when you're playing basically the best possible matchup he could ask for in this game to go over this line, again, even if I think he's only playing 3 quarters, which again, he might play 4, but even if he only plays 3, I still think he could go over this 3.5 points made. Also, the other thing is usually when Ant plays worse defenses like the Jazz, who are another horrible defense, he loves to take a lot of threes. I don't know what it is. I think he's just out there messing around or something, but every time he plays a really bad defense, he shoots a ton of threes. So I like that as well. But basically, at the end of the day, the reason we're taking this instead of his points is because I think if he goes over 30 points in this game, he's going to have at least 4 threes made in this game. That's just how I see it. And honestly, even if he doesn't go over 30 points in this game, I still think we have really good odds of him going over 3.5 threes made. So I just like this play more than points. Now, you could take points if you want, and you could take first half points if you want, but he really isn't a first half player. He hasn't been doing great in the first half recently, and his line is really high for that. So I'm not going to take his first half. I just like him at 3.5 threes. I think he could get that done for us in this game on Saturday. Going into the second game, and the second play I want to talk about for you guys is Trae Young over his assist. Now, Prizepicks they're literally scared, bro. They are being so annoying lately with all these goblin and demon plays. It's annoying. Just give us normal plays and let us bet on your app, man. It's not that difficult. It's not that deep for a lot of us. We don't care about their demons. We don't care about the goblins. So what we're going to do here, Trae Young right now, his assist line, you have a goblin at 8.5, or you have a demon at 11.5 is really the normal lines we're going to see him at. Now, I'm hoping by the time you guys are watching this video, because I am posting this pretty early, the picks just came out a few hours ago. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, they have Trae Young at like 9.5 or 10 assists for a normal line. I would take him over 9.5. I would take him over 10. If it gets to 10.5, I'd probably stay away from that. But 9.5, 10, definitely take the over there as well. Right now at 8.5 Goblin, we're going to take the 8.5 for sure. Now, again, guys, I want you to take the normal line. They just don't have it up right now. Now, Sleeper over here, I did lock the play in over on Sleeper today because they have his normal line at 9.5 assists. I think that's a really good line. So I'm taking Ant over 3.5 threes and then Trae Young over 9.5 assists. Now, getting into why I like Trae Young's assists in this game, playing the Pacers in this game, they give up, honestly, throughout the season, they technically haven't been giving up a lot of assists. But if you look throughout the last, I would say probably 2-3 weeks, they've been giving up a lot of assists. Chris Paul, back-to-back games, had, I want to say, 7 assists, then 8 assists. You look at guys like Cade Cunningham, had 9 assists, 8 assists. So pretty much every point guard that's playing against them right now is really getting right around this number of 8, 9, 10-ish assists, right around 8 to 10 assists a game. Trae Young, obviously, has been killing the assists lately. You guys can see he's at 9, 13, 9, 10. So he's been doing pretty well with assists. But the one thing that really stands out to me in this game, these are 2 of the highest and fastest paced offenses in the league. A lot of people don't look at that, or they forget to look at that. When you have 2 offenses like this that are so high paced, they are up and down the court, the amount of possessions the Hawks are going to get in this game is going to be ridiculous. Not to mention, they are expecting this to be a very close scoring game and a very high scoring game. This is the number one thing that stands out of the entire slate today. This is crazy. So when you look at the over-under for the total score in these games, a lot of them are at 217, 222, 214, 223. This Hawks-Pacers game over-under number is set at 240. That is one of the highest over-unders I have seen in a very long time, and that has everything to do with how fast these offenses are paced. They are up and down the court so many times. So if the Hawks are getting, 10, 12, 15, 20 more possessions this game than they normally do, then I think Trae Young should absolutely go over this number and get about 10, 11, 12 assists in this game. Also, not to mention, again, with how bad, or not bad, but how many assists the Pacers have been giving up as of late to point guards because of how fast-paced the games are. I like Trae Young to go over really 9.5 assists, but since they only have 8.5, that's what I'll show you on Prizepicks. Now, again, put that play in over at 9.5, and if Prizepicks puts it up later at 9.5 or 10, take the over there as well. But that's going to be the 2 plays I have for you guys for these games on Saturday. Again, make sure to drop a like on the video. It really does help me out. Don't forget to subscribe either. I post these free pick videos for you guys every single day. And before we get out here, I will remind you guys one more time, yes, these free picks are great. Hopefully we can make some money today on Saturday with these picks, but you literally are getting guaranteed money. You don't even have to bet it. You literally are getting guaranteed money. using code GHOST on these apps. Again, up to $155 and 2 free squares. You would have to be horrible to get all of $155 and 2 free squares and still lose money. You would have to be very, very bad. I guess it could happen, but you'd have to be very bad. So highly, highly, highly recommend to download these apps using code GHOST, get your free money, get your free plays, and let's make some money on Saturday. Other than that, guys, these are the 2 plays I have for you for the games on Saturday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.